Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? How's the volume? Oh, top chat. Thanks, Di. Hi, Mitzi, Scott, and Di. Thanks for stopping by today. I hear that Di had a fantastic time in the parking lot at her place of work. And, oh, good. I got a little message saying I went live, so. Rubbing Bengay on my right knee. Gardening kicked my butt today, but it looks lovely. Oh, I want to see a pic. Do you have a picture you can send my email? Yeah, what did you plant? And I'm glad you had fun. Hi, Dom. We are doing good. I would have been here on time. I almost made it. Then I had to find a charging bank for my light here. And I didn't. So close. But, oh, hi, Junior Johnson. How is Kentucky doing? Did you see the eclipse today? And speaking of, I don't know why I put my microphone right in front of the monitor. We'll get better at this. It's a very short cord. But then I end up having to look around the monitor. Here. There. Alright. I have not looked at the severe weather. I've been doing things. And so I am not up to date on how that's going. I know a storm went through the Tyler area. I saw that my in-laws were getting slammed. Oh, I also have pictures of the eclipse from outside of Tyler, Texas. It looks like there's storm warnings, but there's no tornado warnings right now. Oopsies. Uh-oh. I'm too big. There we go. Ta-da. Well, first I'm going to make it big just to see it again. Alright. Okay. Nope. Alright. There it goes. So, yeah. I know, and Dom, I know, this is not Radar Omega yet. I'm sorry. I am going to look into that. Let's see. You're planting flowers. Oh, how fun. I will take some tomorrow. Okay. Your Vinca? It is gorgeous already. Filled with purple flowers. Wait, what is that? What kind is that? I'm looking that up. I'm really into plants. I have some of my plants in the office right now. Ooh. I could look at flowers instead of storms and paranormal stuff, but I won't do that. I wouldn't do that to Dom. I promise other things. That's so pretty. I love it. Okay. I can't get distracted by plants. Christina, purposely the other day, we were going to go buy a new plant nursery that I had never seen before. And it was super big and looked super awesome. And Christina purposely drove by quickly for Zach. So I wouldn't get any ideas. So JLC, we might have a serial killer in Milwaukee. Oh, is that by the Cudahy? Because I've definitely been to that park before. If that's what you mean. Oh, Dom, but I promise people that I'll have a specific show, and I would never. I guess I could just change the title, and but I mean, I think flower talk would be clickbait, right? So since it looks like, I mean, storms are impact traffic and all that, but and I mean, if they have hail and stuff, they could definitely. I mean, can definitely be dangerous with wind and hail and stuff. But since there's not, it doesn't look, at least on this app, it doesn't look like there's a ton of people out anymore, and it looks like just severe storms. But there is the line here. But maybe we'll do a little bit of paranormal stuff then. I can look up the story about. Oh, I thought they've only been finding body parts since like the 2nd of April, and I kind of was under the impression it was only one person, and they kind of thought it might be a woman who went missing on April 1st. But I can look that up if you'd like. I'll just leave the radar up just in case. Because I've definitely been, the place that they found the leg is definitely a park I've been to, actually, because it's by Cudahy High School. So, there we go. Body parts found in Milwaukee. 5 hours ago, there was additional remains located. See, I was kind of, it says 3 separate instances, but I kind of thought it was all like the same person. Or they thought. Like the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Let's see, do I have to pay for them? Are they going to yell at me for reading this? Oh, it's only a 4-minute read. So, that's good. Except that I don't know how to read, but, you know. You haven't heard about this? Yeah, I actually saw it on an article on a national news website last night. I'm losing some of the chat. There we go. He's being investigated for a serial killer. Last month they found someone eating a severed leg on the highway. I assume that's the guy that they have. Wait, but if this woman just went missing, they didn't let him go, right? Do you hear about the people that were in New York that were arrested for disposing of human remains along a road or in a park or something, and those people got let out without bond? Like, I mean, I guess because they didn't get arrested for killing somebody. It was just, 3 people had body parts, You never know, I guess, why they would have those. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I guess like the one group of, were they, like landscapers? No, the guy hired, or, yeah, maybe they were landscapers. The one guy from Hollywood, the guy that's on trial, the one that I think he always shows up without a shirt on, is that the same guy? To court? He's kind of famous. I can't remember if it's a producer thing or an actor thing, and I didn't know him. And he allegedly killed his wife and in-laws, and they had it all on like surveillance camera of him like putting a bag of his wife's body parts, I think, into a dumpster, and but the whole thing was that like he initially tried to get like this group of guys, I think it was landscapers, to like dispose of these trash bags, and like they were really suspicious of these bags, and they looked inside and it was like human remains, and they went to like 3 police departments, and like nobody was doing anything about it. They like even told the guys to like leave the police department and call 911 from outside, and so they did, and these guys couldn't give the authorities bags of body parts, so I don't know how I feel about this. They returned them, I think, to the guy, and that's why they can't find some of the remains, or that's how they ended up in the dumpster. I can't remember how that worked out. He looks like a heavier version of Dahmer. Uh-oh. Oh, hi, Copper Horse. We're just talking about Milwaukee area. You know, that place. Okay, so on Tuesday, April 2nd, a human leg was found in or near Lake Michigan at Warnemont Park in Cudahy around 5:30 p.m. And I do know where that is because I have been there. And let me show you. All right. Here's Cudahy. So much to do in Cudahy. Actually, one of my dad's best friends lives in Cudahy, I think. I think Randy lives in Cudahy. Randy is great. When I was growing up, Randy looked exactly like Kevin, I think, from the Backstreet Boys. So that's pretty cool. I was Backstreet Boys instead of NSYNC. Okay. Ooh, there's a bed and breakfast. Oh, nope. Don't get distracted. Can't get distracted. So, and they said it was by a golf course. And so, where did this go? Okay. Here. Where was the golf course? Oh, this is much harder than I remember. Okay, so the park is this thing, and let's look up golf courses in the area. Oh, so that is a golf course. It clearly is. I don't know how I didn't see that. So somewhere over by the golf course. I have been to this park. It was much clearer on my cell phone for some reason. I don't know why. Somewhere in this park there. Yeah, right up here. I've been to this park up here. Yeah, because there's the high school. I've gotten access to down here and walked along here for a geology field trip when I worked at the survey. And I think, or was it was a geology field trip, whenever it was. And it's really cool because like the flight path for Mitchell Airport, it like goes right over this. So that was pretty sweet. Like you can stand in like the high school like field and look at the planes and stuff. But I mean, I digress. Wait, there's a golf course up here too. There's 2 golf courses? There are 2 golf courses. Of course there's 2 golf courses. Looks like... Anyway, so one of these 2 golf courses. Alright. They gave the remains back. Yeah, I think they did. Because they couldn't give them to like 3 police departments. I think that's what happened. Yeah. So, but I might be wrong. But I really think I'm remembering that correctly. Anyway, I'm trying not to remember that story. That one's still that. I think that guy. I see things about his court stuff in California because like, I think he can't wear the. He'd wear like the thing to stop people like from self-harm and stuff, but there's some issue with that, or I don't know. Anyway, he ends up like being like shirtless a lot in court recently. So that's I only see that like because like this guy's back in court like, you know, looking super crazy, but you know, innocent until proven guilty, but they totally have him on they totally have him in his car on camera putting her remains in a dumpster. So, so this is the Milwaukee area. And so we're looking at Cudahy down here. Oak Creek, a really good high school football team. Didn't Oak Creek have a mass shooting? I think they did. But I don't want to try to remember that out loud. I'll probably look that up later. What is this? Ooh, over 55s in Illinois are eligible for a bathroom remodel. Count me in. All right, where were we? Oh, I'm still reading that. Okay. So April 2nd, a human leg was found in or near Lake Michigan at Warnemont Park in Cudahy around 5:30. So that was on Tuesday. And like I said, Milwaukee area. So we got Chicago down here, Milwaukee area up here. And then Cudahy and Warnemont Park. So I don't know if it's, like, I know that it was by a golf course, kind of, so I don't know. Oh, it kind of looks like they're calling this a different park. Grant Park. Okay, so we're talking up here, so it must be this one. So it's somewhere around here. So it's definitely somewhere around where it's a really steep, this is a really steep road thing right here. It's really steep to get down there. And it's, like cliffy looking, like for being in Wisconsin, like you look at like a big, when you get down to the beach, you look at a big outcrop on the, like right here. So that's what I can tell you about that. Yeah, and mosque. Yeah, okay. That's why I didn't want to speculate, because I thought it was a religious location, and I just didn't want to pretend I knew more than I did. Okay, because that's, sad. All right, where was I? It said this was a 4-minute read. How long have I been doing this? Okay, I got through the first sentence, which is also the first paragraph, and I've done that in about 12 minutes. Okay, initially labeled a death investigation by the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, the case was upgraded to a homicide investigation, and the agency took a person of interest into custody on April 4th. So is that the same guy as the guy eating a human leg? Is that what you said? Yeah, on the highway? Because I feel like he should not have been taken into custody on April 4th. He should have already been not out, right? Family members of missing woman Sadie Carlina Robinson. I'm not sure if somebody knows how to pronounce that name. I'd really appreciate it. 19 say they believe her disappearance could be related to the Warnemont Park case. However, authorities have not confirmed whether the cases are connected. And I heard that they think that because she had a very distinctive blanket with her face on it. So probably nobody else should have this blanket but her. It's got her face on it, and they found it in the park. I think her family found it in the park. What is this? There you go. Robinson was reported missing on Monday, April 1st, and was labeled critically missing by the Milwaukee Police Department. Police say she was last seen in the area of 1800 North Commerce Street on April 1st. Let's look that up. That 1800, okay. Can I do directions? What happens when I can never remember how to do things. Okay, if I say here, there we go. Ah, I hit my hand. $1800 North Commerce Street. That's a little bit of a trip. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess I kind of just assumed she, like, lived nearby. Okay, but she was last seen around here. And, somewhere about 15 to 20 minutes away down here. I will tell you the traffic is much different day to night on that route. Okay, so critically missing. Yes. Let me really quick. What does critically missing mean? A critically missing person is someone whose safety may be in jeopardy and is reported missing under suspicious circumstances. A critically missing young adult is one who is at an elevated risk of danger if not located as soon as possible due to the circumstances surrounding their disappearance. A critical missing person is defined as any person... Oh, so that's critically, and there's a difference between critical and critically? No. These are just different... Oh, these are just... from different sources. Okay, so that source was from WMAR2news.com. And this next one is from missingkids.org. A critical missing person is defined as any person under the age of 15 or over the age of 65 or anyone that, based on the specific circumstances, is designated as such by the patrol district's watch commander. An at-risk or critical missing person includes but is not limited to any of the following. This is from missing.dc.gov. I'm not sure if this varies between states. Montereypark.California is also giving us high memory usage detected. Probably. Okay. I'm not sure if this differs by state exactly. Sometimes terms like this and how they classify things can vary a little bit by state and stuff. Okay. An at-risk or critical missing person includes but is not limited to any of the following. The missing person is the victim of a crime or foul play. The missing person is in critical need of medical attention. The missing person has no pattern of running away or disappearing. That's kind of unfair, but okay. The missing person is the victim of a kidnapping or parental abduction. All right. And so Robinson was reported missing on Monday, April 1st and was labeled critically missing by the Milwaukee Police Department. Police say she was last seen in the area of 1800 North Commerce Street on April 1st. On the morning of April 2nd, a bystander called 911 after a car caught fire at 30th and Lisbon. Oh man, 30th and Lisbon, that sounds like an area that's been on the news before. In general, I mean, I think. Let's add. Can I not? There we go. Is it 30th and West Lisbon? Oh, that's not that far away. So these are the places connected so far. So we have, she was last seen at 1800 North Commerce Street, Lisbon and 30th. Is that what they said? 30th and Lisbon. Oops. Okay, sorry. My screen just did something funny. So this is where her car was found on fire. So that's 2.2 miles from where she was last seen. It's straight shot west of where she was last seen. And then I think her blanket was found down in the park. And that's where they think she might be the person that they've been finding. Can you guys still hear me okay? I didn't freeze or something, right? Oh, Junior Johnson says hello to Copper Horse. Excellent. Everything's still moving. Okay. Family members told WISN TV Channel 12 that detectives said the car was Robinson's. On April 5th, another human body part was found near 31st Street and Walnut Street, a block away from where Milwaukee Police Department and the Sheriff's Office were investigating the car fire. So that's a block away. So they found a body part a block away from here. Where did they say that was? 31st and Walnut. There's Walnut and here's 31st. So yeah, so her car was found probably in here. But that's just a guess. So that's where her car was, and then right here is where they found a body part. There's a playground there, of course. I would assume something like that. But this is where a body part was found. All right, thank you, Di and Dom. All right. Milwaukee police said body parts were also found on Saturday and Sunday. So we have the car on April 2nd. So she was last seen April 1st. Car was found on fire on April 2nd. And a human leg was found on April 2nd. And then on April 5th, another body part was found near 31st and Walnut Street. And then they also said, so the 5th was, today is, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Is it Monday? It is Monday because it was Eclipse Day. I can't think. So, went missing on a week ago. Then the park leg and the car on Tuesday. And then a human body part on Friday. And then there was also things found on the 6th and 7th, so Saturday and yesterday. Thank you, Di, for the 8th today. I couldn't remember what day of the week it was. So that's where I am right now. The agencies have not said if the leg and the other body parts are linked or if they are linked to Robinson's case. Here's a timeline of what we know so far. Oh, they had a timeline. I didn't have to just come up with one. Oh, she's so pretty. Man, I wish I could do my hair and makeup like that. They think that at least the family thinks that it could be her. But Dom was saying that he heard that it could be numerous different people. And so Junior Johnson, they don't know. I mean, the police haven't said whose body parts they are yet. But the family thinks it's this missing woman. And does anybody know if it's Sade Robinson, if that's how you say the first name? Or Sadie Robinson? Okay, so back through the timeline, we have Robinson 19 was reported missing to Milwaukee police on Monday, April 1st. She was labeled critically missing, which means she's in danger. They more than suspect foul play. We read through it. It's a bad situation, missing person kind of thing. A label police apply to people who may be especially vulnerable due to a variety of factors. Police say she was last seen in the area of 1800 North Commerce Street, which we looked up. So when it comes to Milwaukee, we have like downtown Milwaukee. There's Veterans Park. That's and the art museum. I don't know if that helps anybody out. I just realized I don't know where Summerfest is, even though I've been there several times. That's really weird. I don't know where that is on a map. I just get in a car and somebody takes me to Summerfest. I guess I never questioned where they were taking me. Anyway, so yeah, just to give you an idea where Milwaukee this is. So this is where she was last seen, 1800 North Commerce Street. And then on April 1st, she is 5 feet tall and weighs roughly 135 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes and is possibly wearing a black coat, white hooded sweatshirt, blue jean pants, and white shoes. And then if you guys wanted to look up, this is, this ended up being MSN somehow. I have the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel has things on this. And WISN TV 12 that's the ABC channel from Milwaukee, is reporting on it if you want to look into more of this. Police ask that anyone who has had contact with or information about Robinson call the Milwaukee Police Department, District 5 at 414-935-7252. And so April 2nd, 7:30, the car fire was reported at 30th and Lisbon. Around 7:30 a.m. on the morning of April 2nd, a call was made to 911 about a car that caught fire in the alley behind her house. Oh, behind her house at 30th and Lisbon. Okay. So 30th and Lisbon behind her house. So here's the intersection. So near here is where I assumed her car would be here, but it says behind her house. Her name is probably pronounced like the singer Sade. Sad, beautiful girl. Did I say that right? Sade or Sade? I don't actually know how to say that singer's name. I'm not trying to be funny either. I'm just trying to get this right. I'm really bad with names. Remember Sweetest Taboo? Yes. Oh, right. Okay. I do remember this. Thank you, Mitzi Scott. Okay, so your brother just saw how do I say is it Sade? Okay. Thank you. Your brother just saw her in Milwaukee after Valentine's Day? Oh, wow. Or what do you mean, the singer? Or do you mean the person? Dom, don't go take a shower. I need to know, did you mean the person or the singer? Okay. Thank you for helping me. Yes, so she lived around here, and that's where her car was found on fire on April 2nd at 7:30 a.m. Uh, Robinson's family said detectives said the car belonged to Robinson. April 2nd, so same day as the car was found, day after she went missing at 5:30 p.m., severed human leg was found at Cudahy's Warner Mountain Park. Cudahy police were notified around 5:30 p.m. on April 2nd after a park goer found a human leg in or near Lake Michigan at Warner Mountain Park in Cudahy. Oh, here we go. 5400 South Lake Drive. I don't know if that's going to take us to a different spot on it, but let's see if it takes us to the same spot at the park or not. 5400, I already forgot. South Lake Drive, that wasn't hard. Okay. Yeah, so this area where we were, so last seen, car fire in the morning the next day, and then down here is where somebody found a severed leg that they think is hers. He means the singer. Okay. I mean, if not, he should really call authorities to just let them know that if she was okay or anything. But okay, I get it, the singer. Hi, Badger Mama. Alright, so back to the heinous story. And very awkward advertisements within it. The investigation was turned over to Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office because the leg was found in a county park. The Sheriff's Office said the leg was found east of the golf course by the pump house. So there is a structure here. I don't know what it is. I haven't been down there. This is a really steep drive thing. And like I said, it's cliffy right here when you get to the beach, and then there's cliffs. I don't know what they're doing there. That looks like because there's a regular beach, and then there's definitely cliffs. Unless the cliffs just come off looking funny on Google Maps, that might be the case. Because it's like an outcroppy right there. That is definitely a facility of some kind. I'm not sure if that is the pump house. I'm not really sure what a pump house looks like. I guess I could Google that. That shouldn't lead me to anything too funny. What is a pump house? What does that actually look like? Uh-oh. Oh. It looks like a shed. No, wait, it looks like a huge facility. It looks like this. It looks like a bar. That's not true. Okay, so that could be the pump house. Is the facility down there. I ventured into Google Images and was not told that I was very, very sick with something bad happening to my body. I always go to Dr. Google, and now I'm just worried to Google anything. But that turned out fine. So there is a facility down here, so that might be the pump house then. Because it was by it was east of the golf course, by the pump house, and I can see it there. I almost swear though that there was a gate here somewhere, and we had to have it open for us when we went down here. But it might be all the way down. It might be all the way down there. There was a gate somewhere around here that we couldn't get in. We couldn't actually get down there. I really think that's not a lie. But maybe not. Or there's always a way around things. Or maybe the fence was somewhere else. But I think it's probably there then. So Didn't realize how awkward I looked. Who cares? This is YouTube. Everybody's awkward. Okay. I wonder if I just Google Map Pump House really quick. Where are you gonna send me? Nowhere. Okay. I knew that. I tried. Okay. Oh, I just want to check it really quick. I just saw it. How's this going? We still have a line of storms. Oh, we have some new storms popping up over here. And, on a storm.
Cheating.
It's got some lightning. It's severe thunderstorm warned. But there's no tornado warning on those. Alright. So, can you put the Google Maps there? Which part? Which part, Di? So, the different places. So, the Warmont Park, the address they gave was the 5400 South Lake Drive, and that got us to the same park. And then if you just, I think it's probably off of Pulaski Avenue if you keep going down and then keep going east of that. I think that's the pump house. Can you put the Google man there? What do you mean the Google man? Oh, like on the Street View? I didn't see the man part because of that little heart icon. Yeah, let's see. I totally remember how to do that. Because... Yes. Yeah, there's a gate there. See, I remembered. Really weird that that's one of the things I remember. So, yeah, and then you can see like it goes down pretty sharp down there, but that's gotta be the pump house. So here's the golf course. If you go up this way, there's like a high school and stuff. Oh wait, what's this little building over here? I wish it was a sunnier day on Google Maps. Is this the pump house? It looks like a utility house. That could be the pump house. Right? But this is like 5201 South Sheridan Drive. And that is not the 5400 South Lake Drive that they gave us. So I don't know. Let me take you on another. Yeah, so this is Sheridan Drive. And I got really confused. Where's Lake Drive now? They might have just been giving the park address. Because because this is the park and this is the golf course, and what did they say? They said they say east of the golf course by the pump house. So yeah, I'm not sure if that gigantic facility is a pump house or if, because the golf course is here, or if I mean, the golf since the golf course is here, this is east of the golf course. Well, if it's a park goer, they're not going to be able to go down that gated drive anyway. So to be east of the pump house, it would have to be this one because a park goer wouldn't be able to go down there. That would be like a facility person. So it would have to be this. So it'd be here, I think. Because that's the golf course. This is east of the golf course, and then this is a little house that looks like it's utilities. I'm going with that for now. So the general address of the park is 5400 South Lake Drive, but 5201 South Sheridan Drive-ish is where this pump house thing is. By the parking lot. There is a parking lot over here. Is that just a place where people dump stuff? There's an archery thing there. I think they would use the archery thing in Were you seeing by the parking lot? Did I read that and just completely forget? Let's see. I mean, because that's totally something I could do. There is a parking lot. I mean, there's a parking lot here. You'd think they'd use the archery thing for that, though. But does this seem right, then? Oh, okay. You're just guessing? I mean, because, like, it seems so reasonable that... That's why I was wondering. I mean, you could also drive up this thing and... I don't know. Think you're being sneaky? I'm not sure. Initially, the sheriff's office was not treating the case as a homicide investigation, but a death investigation, albeit suspicious. I don't know. I mean, I know you have to be careful with this kind of thing, but if I accidentally, well, I guess if somebody died of natural causes and somebody panicked and put them in bags, I guess that wouldn't be a homicide, right? That would just be like, you shouldn't do that to a corpse case. Okay, I think. The sheriff's office confirms the leg is human. On April 3rd, the sheriff's office confirmed that the leg found in Warnemont Park was human. Authorities arrest person of interest in severed leg case. After securing a search warrant, sheriff's office authorities arrested a person of interest in the severed leg case. The agency searched a home on Milwaukee's south side in the area of 39th Street and West Oklahoma Avenue. Let's add that to our thing. How do I get out of... There we go. So I'll just add this as a destination. Oh my gosh, there's all the different places we could walk with the Google Man in Milwaukee. Let's not do that. All right. South 39th Street and West Oklahoma Avenue. Oh, so if she was missing from up here, that's like, just almost halfway. Like, vertically. And vertically almost halfway from where the car was torched. Alright. So they searched a home over here. And they took a person of interest into custody. The investigation was upgraded to a homicide investigation. So, yes, so there. Somewhere around here. They searched a home. This looks like apartments. This looks like apartments. And so here or here. We can also do the little Google guys street view of all these places in a minute. They said this was a 4-minute read, remember? You have a date? Ooh, say hi from all of us. Have fun. And tell your date that all the girls that you talked with today say hi. 6 years. Yay, go down. Let us know how it goes. Or you don't have to tell us, but I want to know. I'm nosy. Bring us with you. Oh, Di, I wonder if his date likes the Weather Channel. And that's like how you can gauge if somebody's interested in you, if they want to watch the Weather Channel with you. Now we joke about that. Okay, so human body part found 1 block from car fire. So the sheriff's department told the Journal Sentinel that at about 10 p.m. on April 5th, another human body part was found, this time at the park near 31st Street and Walnut Street. This is about 1 block from the 30th and Lisbon area where the April 2nd car fire occurred. So it's at the park. So the car fire was here. Should we add that to our list of places? I can make us a real map thing later if we wanted to keep following this one. So there is a park. So I assume that it's this playground. So yeah, it was the park that we looked at before. I hope that you don't get back in time to catch the end of this, Dom. You have fun tonight. All right. Let's see. Where were we? At about 10 p.m. on April 5th, another human body part was found, this time at a park near 31st Street and Walnut Street. This is about 1 block from the 30th and Lisbon area where the April 2nd car fire occurred. Yeah. So the car fire was up here, and they said behind her house near this intersection. There are houses here and here. So the car fire was maybe over here somewhere. All right. Oh, just so you guys, anybody that was interested in the paranormal talk before I forget, behind me I have several those cat balls. So if you guys see anything go off, let me know. Because I also have behind on my chaise lounge, right? Oops, that's my Civil War thing that had the orb come out of it the one time. And yeah, so if you guys see any of those go off, let me know. I'm trying not to be in the view of that. All right. The sheriff's office said they were now working in partnership with the Milwaukee Police Department to investigate the second discovery. So we have The we're in a mountain park east of the golf course by the pump house, and so that's about, from where she went missing, about 15 to 20 minute drive. And then we have the second discovery, which, if we think she might live around here, since the car fire was near this intersection behind her house, and this is a empty lot, and these are businesses, and this looks like a business. These look like the only homes, so it must be around here. And then right here. So if her house is here, the second discovery was here. Oh, I don't know. You didn't see that, did you? So these are like the only houses near that intersection, and so her car was probably somewhere around here. And so yeah, the first discovery was about 15 to 20 minutes away, southeast. And then right here, though, is where the second discovery was. And Milwaukee police reported on April 6th that unidentified remains were located in the 3000 block of West Galena Street on Monday. Police told the Journal-Sentinel that remains have been found on Sunday as well. Did we look up the 3000 block of West Galena? No. Let's add that destination. So the another unidentified remains were located in the 3000 block of West Galena on Monday. Oops. Somewhere around here. By the fire station. Oh, I wonder if... Oh, it's 3000 block. Yeah, I guess that starts all the way here. So probably around I would guess in either the lot here. Oh, there's a playground up there. So around here. Are they picking like playgrounds and stuff? Because that's disturbing as hell. Okay. And that's not far from... we have 31st and Walnut. Oh, so that is the same park. Okay, so kind of in the same area. And the car was up here. Yeah, railroad tracks. Yeah, so it looks like kind of in the same park area. It was two of the discoveries. And remains were found on Sunday as well. I wonder if they were in the same park area. Monday morning, the sheriff's department asked for help in tracking down information related to the severed body parts. If I had information related to severed body parts, they wouldn't have to ask me to contact them. I'd be contacting them like, right away. If you or anyone you know has a credible tip or information related to this matter, please dial the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office non-emergency number to share your information, or download the Atlas One mobile app through which you can leave an anonymous tip. The phone number in question is 414-278-4788, and a QR code for Atlas One are in the flyer. So the search for remains continues on Monday, April 8th. Milwaukee police told the Journal-Sentinel that it has not been determined if the remains found on Galena Street were connected to the other remains, but that they were continuing their search on Monday. Oh no. But they have a person in custody? I sure hope it's not the person that was found eating a human leg on the highway, like Dom said. I mean, like, that person should not have been out. So, let's just hope that's not the same person. Oh yeah, so she was last seen around here. So that looks like all apartment complexes and yeah. So it must be I guess there's some restaurants and apartments. Oh, so the 1800 block. So I guess there's 17. Oh wait, that's the other one. Where? Okay, so yeah, so the 1800 block is hard to tell where it. Okay, so it is. What's your address here? I don't want to click on more things. Somewhere around here. She was last seen. So, apartment complex. Alright. Where's the pic of the guy? The guy that was arrested? Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that. Let's see. What's a safe search to do on Google for the guy that was eating a severed leg on the side of the highway? I have no idea how to Google that without being terrified of the search results. Di, will you Google that for me? No, I can do it. Hold on. That's fine. I might get some weird ads after I Google this, but it'll be okay. Let's see. I can't hover. So let me show you what I found. I don't want a graphic video. Ever. At all of any of this. Charles Hill. Hello. I thought you were a geophysicist or astrophysicist or something like that. I am. The storms we were going to talk about, I guess that's not really geo or astro, but we just like talking about sciencey things or anything in the news. And so we're talking about this right now because it's just a smaller group right now. But if you have anything you'd like to discuss, go for it. I do have my degrees from UW-Madison in physics and astrophysics, and I worked in the X-ray astrophysics lab at Madison as an undergrad, and I got to work on a rocket. I got to actually take it apart and put it back together, and that was really neat because we had just launched it from White Sands, New Mexico, and I got to work with the Chandra satellite and the X-ray filters for that, and I also worked with Goddard Space Flight Center on just some quick testing on their silver epoxy, and that was fun. And yeah, but then I decided that I wanted to do my grad work in geophysics instead of astro, and so I worked on tsunamogenesis, really. So I worked on tsunamis and earthquakes off of the southwest coast of Japan in the Nankai Trough, and I worked on seismic data for that. And it's a large seismic survey, so it's not really near surface. And I was actually working on that when the Tohoku earthquake happened. And I ended up not getting my PhD, though. That was just my master's because I thought I wanted to be a professor at Madison. And since I had already gotten all my degrees from there, I needed to go somewhere else so I could come back. Like, they wouldn't really consider me if I got all my degrees from there, if I wanted to be a professor there. And then I just got into the geosurvey in Madison, and I really like the near surface stuff, and so I think I do want to go back for my PhD. I am really enjoying being out of school though, and I really want to if I end up doing a PhD, I'd probably do it on like ground penetrating radar and the waves, the data that comes out of ground penetrating radar, because you can get a lot more information out of that than what it looks like. Because I worked on forward and inverse modeling of the seismic waves, and so just like the waves, like that's all that the GPR data is waves. And so I really wanted to work on processing and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'd do my work on, would be the GPR data output. And just I have more clear thoughts about that written. Oh, can you guys see one of my cat balls is going off? Let me see. There's been some talking. Oh, I see Sam has come in. Let me see. Sam, or Tank. You know the feeling? I remember taking a class for storm chasing. It was very interesting. Yeah, and so like that's like the crazy thing is like I knew I wanted to work more outside, or like I didn't want to be in an office looking at data from distant places that I would never be able to go. And so I wanted to take the weather course that did like tornadoes and stuff, but that was already filled by the time I was able to try to get into that class. And so I took Geology 101. And I just wonder, like, I ended up being able to take that weather class, but I just wonder if I would have been able to take that weather class. What would I be doing right now? I probably would have gotten into that instead of geology. I probably would never have taken that Geology 101. So, I don't know. So cool. Yeah, thanks. And thanks for stopping by and asking about that. Because, yeah, I was a little worried that if somebody pops in later in one of these live streams, that they'd be a little confused. But we just end up talking. But you can always ask questions and stuff like that whenever you want, because we are just talking and we're all friendly and all that. So, your dream work? Yeah, Chandra. Yeah, the Chandra satellite stuff is really neat because we got to work with, it's called an adiabatic demagnetization refrigerator, and so it like super cools things down. And so that's how you can see X-rays when they hit the filters, is because there's a critical temperature. It heats up the filter at just above like the super cooling temperature. So yeah. So that's how you can see the little X-rays that come in, is because they heat up these filters when they're really, really cold. Like salt pills and stuff like that to like help cool things, because like they can't. It's really hard to naturally cool stuff. And yeah, so it was really fun. I saw how those grazing incidents mirrors were made, and it was crazy. Oh yeah. I was like so focused on like the filter components and stuff like that. I actually haven't I haven't looked up more of the components and all that lately, and so I can't really remember too much more about things besides like just like the parts I worked on. So I'm gonna have to refresh myself on all that. Oh, hi Becca, Java Jive, my friend Becca, and Tank is her husband. And Max, I hope or maybe he should be asleep. No, he shouldn't be asleep yet, right? Is he there? Nathan Becker. Did he go to Madison? I mean, that name does sound familiar, but I don't know. I feel like that's also maybe a popular name. Yes, welcome back, Sam, Tank, and Becca, who is Java Jive. He's a tsunami guy. What are you doing now? Oh, that's why his name sounds familiar. Right now, I started my own consulting company, and I've been doing, I work with like a lot of historical cemeteries actually to image the ground for them. I have electrical resistivity imaging. So it's different than like ground penetrating radar. Well, because like that's a radio wave, and my stuff is I send a current into the ground for my information to look at the resistivity of the ground instead of like reflections, and I can use that because graves have different resistivity or conductivity than the ground around them. So that's how I image in like things like historic cemeteries, and that works out really well, especially in places that have like a water table that could be near where people could be buried, because the water table underground can be a big reflector, and in ground penetrating radar, that's all you're looking at is reflectors, and so sometimes it's hard to see exactly where a grave is if there's like a water table right at that level, and I think that would be a problem in some of the places that I've worked, but my equipment isn't impacted by the reflector of the water table. So it's worked out really nice. So a lot of historic cemeteries are cemeteries that have to be fixed up. And I have a pretty long contract for at least a decade with one of the places in one of the cities that's nearby. They have a historic cemetery that they can still bury people in as long as they know that the family plots don't actually have people in that location. And so there are people in these families that want to be buried in this historic cemetery, and their family should have open spots in their plot, but they're not really sure. They just want to make sure because the cemetery has passed through several different like caretakers or owners or whatever, and now the city has it, and so they just want to make sure that all the records are correct. So that's what I'm doing. But I could do like broken water pipes or like bedrock, depth of bedrock. I'm waiting to hear back. Madison was supposed to be contacting me about a depth of bedrock thing, and I haven't heard from them yet. So, or like sinkholes. I've done those before, but yeah, and I have yeah, so I have different rates and stuff like that for if it's like a special interest thing or like public interest thing versus like I always want to make sure I can help people if they reach out to me. So, but it's a consulting company, and then I just started asking though around about different fun projects too, because it's calm to be in a cemetery, but I also want to go to other places that aren't cemeteries, and I seem to get a lot of people asking for me to do cemeteries, which is great that I can help with that. There's actually a historic cemetery in Tyler, Texas I'll probably be doing. And but I wanted to do other things, and so I just started contacting people myself, and I got different projects. But I contacted through like either Twitter or YouTube stuff, it's wildly different things. Like so the paranormal stuff I talk about, because I did the House in Between Two like paranormal documentary thing with Robot Ninja Productions and Gravitas, and now I'm going to be doing another paranormal show, but I signed an NDA for that. So but beginning next month I should be able to talk to you guys about that. All right, so let's see. Everybody's saying hello, and we got some ghost emoticons from Copperhorn. Deconvolute, yeah, deconvolution is something I did a lot of. I did a lot like the fast Fourier transforms and all that, and into the frequency domain, and I feel much more at home in the frequency domain than the time domain when I do things. So I did forward and inverse modeling, so deconvolution definitely. Autocorrelation for my source waveform, so things like that, yeah. I did actually do autocorrelation to find my source waveform in my seismic data, and apparently everybody was really surprised, but it's like, well, you should really know what you have to deconvolve out of. Anyway, you want to know what the ground looks like, so you have to take out the thing that you put into it. So, yes. Meteorologist, that's your next evolution. I don't know. I think I should stick with one thing for a while. Max is getting ready for bed. Good night, Max. He's kind of there, he's actually taking a shower, getting ready for bed. Aw. Max is such a sweetie. He was a tsunami guy in Hawaii at the center there. Yeah, I don't know, because the tsunami people, I think, at those kinds of facilities, I worked with, a lot of people, well, our lab worked with people at, I think it was Penn State, and also in Japan. And because we didn't work on the waves themselves and the wave modeling, we worked on the what causes it. Like with the 3D seismic data, we imaged the subduction zone that creates the tsunamis, and so I worked on the megasplay fault zone in the Nankai Trough. If you guys wanted to see that, and I hope I'm not. If you guys want me to explain anything I'm saying a little bit more, I can definitely do that. Yeah, so I worked on this guy, the megasplay fault zone, the décollement. So you got your accretionary prism up here, and so the megasplay is like this fault that, like this is the big fault where like you have your subducting plate and your overriding plate, and you're kind of just like, as this one sinks down, like the sediment's just kind of piling up and it's breaking faults. And the megasplay is the one, there's this big fault that they we know that the 44 and 46 tsunamis and earthquakes off of Japan, we know that the megasplay is what caused those to happen. And so we were just studying that a little bit more, because some of the Nankai Trough did not actually break the last couple times there were earthquakes. And so a piece of the Nankai Trough that's southwest of Tokyo is still really overdue for a huge one like Tohoku or bigger kind of earthquake. And Japan, the government of Japan knows that, and it's scary to think. But yeah, thanks for bringing up all of this, Charles Hill. This is really fun to reminisce. I wish I had an opportunity to work with you on a holiday before we had to leave for Colorado. I know. That would have been fun, especially if I could have gotten Brian to tag along. Yes. Or at least if we could have gotten out to do even ghost hunting. I bet ghost hunting with Brian and you would be fun. But yeah, any work with you guys would have been fun. I severely dislike autocorrect. Yeah. Scary. Yeah, the earthquake stuff. Yeah. They know that. I mean, this isn't one of those things that like the scientists are just trying to scare you. It's like, no, the government asked everybody to study this thing because like, yeah. Let's see if I can find Nankai Trough recurrence interval. I can't remember. I don't even think I spelled that right. Oh wow, there's so many new diagrams out there. I don't see any of my work popping up right now. That's fine. Whatever. My stuff is old. My stuff, I graduated in 2012. What's this? Ah, here we go. Historical great earthquakes along the Nankai Trough. And so E or F is, I'm really confused how to read this. Okay, the Nankai Trough. Okay. Wait, I thought it was, let me get back to you on this. Somewhere along the Nankai Trough, they're concerned because it hasn't. I don't think that's fine, right? Nankai megathrust earthquakes. It has its own Wikipedia now. Look at that. That's what I worked on. Yeah, here we go. The northernmost part of the megathrust, segment E, the Tokai, yeah. The Nankai, Tonankai, Tokai, okay. And has not ruptured since 1854. A future great earthquake involving rupture along this and possible other segments have been proposed as a major risk for the southern coast of Honshu. In 1999, the likelihood of the occurrence of a great earthquake in the Tokai area in the 2000 to 2010 period was estimated to be in the range of 0.35 through 0.45. So 35 and 45%? Is that it? Despite the uncertainty of when such an earthquake will occur, local authorities are already taking actions to prepare residents for what they regard as an inevitability. Okay, that's not really how I remember it being said to me. I feel like that one makes me feel better, but I know that let's see, the Nankai megathrust is thought to have caused at least 12 major earthquakes in the last circa 1,300 years. Oh, and they can tell that too because of the tsunami deposits on land, and also like the historical records from people talking about it, and also even tsunami records from like the other side of the Pacific and stuff. And I think they even had like reports of when during one of them when people were on the West Coast. I think like oral tradition kind of thing from some of the Native Americans over there. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but they might have talked about a big wave coming, and so they've like been able to piece together stories from people and records, and then tsunami deposits and stuff like that, and they've been able to tell they can get a pretty good record of when some of these places have had earthquakes. You thought I was cool before, now you don't know super cool? Aw, thanks. I think you're cool too. I do. I like all these fun questions. This is really fun. And I hope everybody doesn't mind that we kind of transitioned to this for a little bit. This is fun. But we can... Oh, we were looking up the picture of the guy. Yeah, we should really see in a little bit how a Google search for the guy who ate a severed leg on the side of the highway goes again. Hey, my cat ball went off. Did it go off the last time I mentioned the guy on the highway eating the severed leg? Isn't that when it went off before? Anyway, I could really go for nobody related to that haunting my house. I said we need to try and do that. I've always wanted to do something like that, like the longest time. That would be fun. Yeah, we got for doing haunted stuff. I mean, I hear Bachelor's Grove isn't as fun anymore. You can't be there overnight, and I mean they really cleaned it up, which is good. But they have like tours and stuff now, so I guess it kind of got a little hokey. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah. But there's like Robinson Woods and stuff like that we could do. Or like Cuba Road is supposed to be haunted. Java Jive Rebecca says, "What's scary when concerning ghost hunting? Not many people know, but I have a unique gift which I don't like, where I can sense them and sometimes hear them speaking. It's quite annoying at times." Yeah, you've told me about that. We should definitely try to do some science experiments about that too. I don't know what we could do. I've had to come up with some sciencey stuff for the project I'm doing lately. But we should try to come up with some way to like test that, like just to show people. I think that'd be really fun. So interesting, love learning this kind of stuff. Yeah, let me know if you want me to explain something a little bit more or anything. Java Jive, is it like an energy type of feeling? Like Washington State. I'm sorry, we've been through so many different things. Are you talking about the tsunami stuff, like the West Coast with? Yeah, I think that some of the stories come from. I'm not sure though. At least one though I think came from Washington State. Like, it wasn't from an earthquake that happened there, but it was like a wave, and they were able to match that story to a story that a story in like an event, a seismic event that happened in Japan, I think. Like, and you can, yeah, and so just like matching up different stories and like sediment deposits and stuff, they can get a pretty good historical idea of when some of these seismic events happen. And so the pattern of historical seismicity reveals that the megathrust surface is segmented, yes, with 5 separate zones of rupturing identified. Conventionally labeled A through E from west to east. Earthquakes involving the A and B segments are generally referred to as the Nankai, literally South Sea earthquakes. We kind of, when we talked about this kind of stuff, we kind of lumped the whole, like, area into our discussion of concern. But we know that the megasplay that I worked on had caused the 44 and 46 earthquakes, and it helps to, I thought that, looking back on this, I thought that the Tonankai area was kind of more along the lines of where my stuff was. I'll have to place it directly onto the... I mean, things can get labeled differently or whatever over time. It's been 12 years. Let's see. C and D are the Tonankai, literally Southeast Sea earthquakes. Oh, the interesting thing about when they say, like, the southwest coast of Japan, it actually looks like it's the southeast because of, like, the east coast kind of thing, but they actually, like, just slice it down the middle. So if I say southwest coast of Japan ever, it looks like the east side but when they talk about, like, southwest, it's because they actually just, like, draw a line down the middle of Japan instead of doing it by coast. Let's see. And C, D, and E, Tokai, literally East Sea earthquakes. The earthquakes' repeat intervals are generally in the range of 90 to 200 years. On all but one occasion, ruptures of segments C, D, and E have been followed by ruptures of segments A and B within a few years. This behavior has been reproduced by modeling the viscoelastic response of the megathrust fault plane with lateral variations in both convergence rate and frictional properties. Yes, so I just know that. I really thought, yeah, segment E needs to bust. I'm pretty sure. And it hasn't, like, for several times over. I'll find at some point. There's a really good diagram that I used in my thesis. And I will find that for you guys. And that will explain this. Becca Java Jive says to Mitzi Scott, yes, I have felt energy. I've sensed someone near me. Not all of the energy feels good. One time I felt almost smothered. Did we ever... oh, yeah, for my, for my bachelorette party, we went to the cigar bar, and we got the ghost tour at the cigar bar, and Becca and I experienced some fun, different things there. Like a heavy blanket was on me, and it was uncomfortable. There was a man's voice I didn't recognize, and he was whispering to you. When asked who it was, he kept saying, "Me and I am here." He wouldn't identify. That's creepy. The one apartment that you lived in was, like, really scary for you. I remember that. And that was, going into that place, it felt uncomfortable. I had an apartment complex I lived in once. It really, like, felt bad. And it wasn't in a good area and stuff. And I actually had it wasn't like sleep paralysis. It was really, but it was because I've had sleep paralysis once or twice, like on my parents' couch when I tried to stay awake to watch something, and so I was like half awake, half asleep. But I had like really, really vivid dreams. Like, usually I don't remember color in my dreams, But like, I mean, it was so real. I had like two dreams that were just so real in this terrible apartment, and like one of them was like the lady, like the was that the lady from the well from the Grudge? Is that it or the Ring? Like with the long hair. Like it was somebody that looked like that, and like I had a mattress on the floor, and I had my like I was looking out my bedroom door, and like it's a little hallway, and then there was the front door right there, and the living room was off to the right, and there was like this lady with the long black hair that crawled on the floor really creepy around the corner towards me, and then I woke up. In that same place, I had a dream that the people that always yelled, like they always fought across the hall from me. I had a dream where I would like I tried to, I don't know, tell them I was gonna call the cops or something in my dream, and then the guy came back with a shotgun, and like he busted down my door, and like he pointed the gun at me, and like right when he fired, I woke up, and it was just so real. It was crazy. It's like a real memory in my head, but it was just a dream, and I've never had dreams like that before. But I had two at that really terrible apartment that felt awful, and I mean, it was bad. It was bad people all around me. I shouldn't have been there. Um, but yeah, that's my terrible energy place story. Um, Good night, everyone. You're heading to bed, Junior Johnson. Okay, good night. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, I've only been on since 8. Okay. Yeah, I'll do a little bit longer, and then I still have to kind of begin dinner. I want to make sure that I made dinner for Zach before I got on here. But then what I made, I'd need to brush my teeth after I eat it. And also, I probably shouldn't eat on YouTube or show my feet. I've just been told that. But are we going to look up the man eating a severed leg on the highway in Wisconsin? I don't want to start with the graphic video. Let's see. Is this where we already were? Oh, I would hate to have an ad with my face pop up in the corner on something like that. Let's see. The last one was a 4-minute read, and it only took me like almost an hour. So let's see. This one doesn't even tell me how long it's going to be. Oh, this is it. Person of interest has been arrested in connection to the severed human leg discovered. Okay. I don't think this has anything to do with the highway. No. It's so sad when you have to start getting specific, like, no, this severed leg in Wisconsin by Milwaukee. Not that one. This story. This guy. It's like there should only be one story like that. Let's see. Why is there all of them talk about disturbing video? Wait, Kern County, isn't that California? Oh my god, what is wrong with this world? That's not even the Wisconsin story. Oh, that's a train crash victim's leg? That's terrible. Is that the California one? Probably. I wish they would tell me where it was so I wouldn't have to click on it. All I know is it's an okay, there was somebody's severed leg. Okay, okay. Involving a pedestrian who was struck by a train. Okay, so that is the California one, where the guy stole it from a train accident. I don't know where Dom's story is. So when he gets back from his like super great date, I'm gonna have to ask him for more specifics. Because I'm not clicking on any of these, especially ones that say graphic video. I will not. I mean, a little bit because don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. Also, though, a lot of it because I don't want to see that. Hi, Jocelyn. Are you at work? So we'll just wait till Dom gets back to find out about that. So I don't have to Google image or click on videos. Yes, you did jump in at an interesting point. Man eating a severed leg. Yep. Yeah, you did. But I don't think I need to explain anymore, right? Because apparently there's like so many stories in our country of people eating severed legs that like this should be common to everybody by now. And this should not surprise you. And watch out, because if you click on something on Google, you might end up with a different story that wasn't the one you were looking up. Yes. So, I mean, we could keep going down this rabbit hole, trying to find this story, but I might just wait for Dom. Yeah, folks don't need to see that stuff. Yeah, I don't want to see that stuff. So I'm just gonna wait until you can tell us more with spoken or with typed word instead of me having to get visual about it. So did you guys want to? Oh, I guess I could see. The storms looked like they were. Yeah, they're still in the Dallas area. Flash flood warning. We don't have any tornado warnings. We do have a lot of severe stuff, but the stuff that's by Abilene, like west of Fort Worth, that stuff popped up later than the other stuff. But kind of looks like severe weather. Wasn't as severe as some people thought it might be, though, right? Funny story, I got all ready to go to work, and thankfully I looked at the schedule because I had taken the night off tonight. I'm glad you looked before you got there. Missy Scott's back. And, so did you guys want to look at some ghost video stuff for a couple minutes, and then I can also put it on my app and see if anybody from my place wants to talk, or if anybody from my place wants to set off the cat ball. So I gotta just touch them a little bit. If we have ghosts, they're nice. But as a scientist, I'm open to the possibility that it could be something else that's going on. But I mean, enough people see ghosts that something's going on, so I want to know what it is. And we've had enough weird things happen here. And we had cat balls go off that one time when I first did ghost stuff, and then we had my light went off the other night when I was talking. So if anybody wants to do that, I only invite nice ghosts to do it. Oh my gosh, I'm slowly looking at a crack above like my desk. And like, maybe this is something I should take a picture of for you. Because we were told that it's just like because they didn't put primer on the paint before they painted the ceilings. But this is right where we had a leak in the roof when we bought the house. Not our fault the leak was there. Like you could see the sky through our attic, through the roof. And we got that fixed as soon as we found that out. But I just wonder. And I know that our one air conditioning unit for the upstairs, I think, is over there too. So, but I don't know. If you guys ever hear anything really loud and then I disappear or something, or there's like a poof of dust, yeah, it's probably the ceiling falling down on me. Wait, Still Again on Wheels is here. Where's Vargas? Oh yeah, there he is. I had to work during the eclipse. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I learned that you can put the eclipse glasses on the computer. I'm almost wondering if I should have tried to put, like, to double it up and see if I could get the glare part to go away too. But being under the tree really messed things up. But I couldn't, I thought that it would be just like less things in the way, like the house and the tree and stuff, if I um, did it in the front yard. But the landscapers for my neighbor were also across the street at that neighbor too, and it was just all loud. But then they left pretty quick after I was all set up in the backyard after like getting everything together for the front yard, and yeah. And I can't remember why I started talking about that. Oh yeah, so I kind of wish I would have tried like putting two glasses on, seeing if that took away some of that extra glare. But I don't know. Putting one of the Eclipse glasses on my computer screen or on my computer camera totally worked, but there wouldn't have been the tree in the way and stuff if we would have been in the front yard. But also, we probably would have had to say hi to a lot of people, and like that's fine. I say hi to a lot of people when I do yard work and stuff in the front. My neighborhood's nice. I like my neighbors that got the landscaper and all that. Like they're nice. I kind of closed the front door a little loud. I hope they didn't think I was slamming it, because I definitely looked like I was not happy trying to figure out where to put the camera and stuff. And like, but I didn't mean anything towards them. But like the door really slammed kind of a little hard, so I didn't mean it. um. Yeah, my cat. Did my cat flash again and I didn't acknowledge it? But we should definitely put this on. But only nice people can talk. I don't think I have anything bad here, if we have anything. I think I have had some really, like, helpful things happen. Like, the one, right after we first moved in, I did hear the crying upstairs, and that was weird. And, but I've gotten a lot of hellos, or my name or whatever. But I've had some weird stuff that, like when Christina was over and the basement door got closed, but there's no, like, the handle for it. Like, I have a tape over the, latchy part of the door, so it can't close shut, because then I can't get it open because we don't have, like, the handle on the door, or the knob or whatever. And I'd have to walk all the way around to the other stairs and through the basement to get to, like, put the door back to being able to open it. And I was trying to open it without having to go walk around and stuff, and then I was just about to give up and go walk around, and the door just opened. The basement door just opened. So that was neat. Like things like that, or like I can't find something, and then all of a sudden it's in this place that like is obvious that it totally would have been there. Or I totally would have seen it if it would have been there, like, originally, I think. But I don't know. I mean, the door could just pop open on its own without it being paranormal, or I could just, like, not have looked close enough at a certain place, so I don't know. But somebody's dog is barking outside, so that's kind of creepy for a second. Dom, no! Why are you back? What happened? Did you tell your date that all the girls wanted to say hi? Because that might not have been a bad move. Let's see. Let me read further. Missy Scott says, to Becca, who is Java Jive. Sorry, my girl always has to go when I'm in a lie. I have experienced some crazy stuff with picking up on different energies. I'm very sensitive to that, but never heard voices. Yeah, I really want to know more about energy stuff, because, like, what's that called? Reiki. I really want to, like, take a Reiki class, like, become a Reiki master, just to, like, I don't know. I think energy stuff or energy healing, I'm interested in learning about this stuff. Like, I'm not going to close my mind to things just because, like, I did science. Like, because that'd be dumb as a scientist to close my mind just because, like, we don't understand stuff. She's a serial dater and talking to another guy while we're talking. Oh, no. You don't want that. Yeah, no. You don't want that. Next thing you know, Dom, she'll be on the side of a highway eating a severed leg. So just stay away from her. I saw a serial dater and thought of this the serial killer. And yeah, Vargas, hello Vargas, and yeah, dump her down. She's not good enough for you. I mean, I think Dom's really cool from what I know of him, and so you don't need that. But she was like a good warm up. If it's been a while since you've dated, like just to like get yourself prepped for a date and like show up and all that. Like it's good, um, you know, to just have a warm up before you start. You start more. Um, there was a ghost in my last house. Scared two of my friends on different occasions. Ooh, do you have any pictures or video or anything? I'd like to see. I'm sorry that scared your friends though, because like it's no fun when it's scary. But I've never felt scared here. So my neighbors have told me stories about their place, and those weren't the I don't like they were scared of it. Like one of my neighbors, they like talked to the thing that was scaring their kid, and everything seems to like be better, but they still have like a light on at night and stuff like that because the one room feels funny. And I definitely the description of what was going on at their place, there was something like I swear I don't know how like a couple times like I don't know if it's the lamp or whatever in my breakfast sunroom thing, where my plants are like this. It's gotta be the lamp or something. There was a shadow, and it totally looked like a person a couple times. And just the feeling you get, like even before you see that shadow, is like kind of creepy. But that only happened a couple times. Otherwise, this house feels great. Like even the room that flooded in the basement, it feels like happy memories have been made there. I don't know. You're gonna head out for the night? Okay. Well, I'm sorry that it went crappy, but you'll find another. Because you're too cool. Or like you got all the girls on here anyway, Dom. So just remember that. We're always here for you. Jocelyn, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was just resting on the couch and felt a hand lay on my belly, nobody there. Years later, a psychic told me without prompting that it was my late grandmother. Oh, that's so sweet. And without prompting, that's really a beautiful thing to hear, without even prompting them. So it's nice to have memories too that like it's that you can connect to somebody that you aren't with anymore. Like I don't have any real memories of my grandpa Leith, but like I've had one or two weird things happen that like I at least have a memory that I can associate with my grandpa Leith, even though I can't remember him because I was too young when he died. Yeah, Jocelyn says dump her down. Yeah. No pics, but one day I was changing furniture around and a picture of my boys kept falling over. No windows or breeze. That's crazy. All right. You were an infant when she passed. That's really nice that you have a memory then. In a way. That's how I think of, like, because I had just turned 3 when my grandpa died. So, it's nice to have something that feels like a memory. Oh, I never said goodnight to my mom, so hold on. She texted. Sorry. I always text my mom before bed. Then she knows that I am alive. There we go. Now my mom knows that I'm okay. I wonder if Christina is watching then, because she's hanging out with my parents. I missed a lot of things. Okay. My mom made really good gravy tonight, so I'm happy. I didn't get to try any, but she's happy about it, so Um, I finally yelled, knock it off after fixing the pick 2 times. It never bothered me afterwards, but then started picking on my friends. Oh, that's no good. But I stopped doing the one thing, but it's picking on your friends is no good. Oh, but I should turn on my app. I have a little bit of battery here. Alright, so there's a couple different apps I want to get. Didn't I get? I swear I got, like the ghost tube thing? Maybe? I just got really comfortable and kind of a little tired to sit in here, I don't know why. Maybe not. Maybe all I have is Ghost Radar Legacy. I feel like I got a different one since then, but clearly I haven't. I got a lot of apps. No wonder I was facing my phone being eaten up. Alright. Well then, we will do that. And I will put on the sound. Okay. So now if anybody wants to say anything in my house, you can try to come up to the thing that is in my hand, which is a cell phone. I don't know how old this ghost is. So I can't just assume that they know what a cell phone looks like. So, but there's something in my hand, and you can definitely try to figure out how to use it. Just go for it. Just mess around. Try to figure out how to use it. You should be able to use words. Or to make words. Or the little balls on the table and the tray, if you want to tap those. You just gotta move them just a little bit and they'll go off. Let me know you're here. How was that, you guys? I really feel like I'm ready for doing this in front of the camera. Board. It says board. But bored as in a board. But not like I'm boring them. But who knows? It may also mean that I'm boring them. But there are board, I mean, the table's made out of a board, and there's a board that my computer's on right now. So, but also I might be boring them, which is fine. I'll try to do better. Christina is doing well. Thank you for asking, Vargas. She, her back, is how it is. I don't think it's gotten worse. She still like can't feel things like her. I don't know how much of her feet she has a problem with. I know she can't feel her toes, but I don't know how much of her feet she can't feel and things like that. And like other places, she still doesn't have feeling. It's got scent. But things aren't. I don't think things are getting worse with that. And she did have an infection, and that seems to be clearing up. So thank you for asking. She seems to be doing better. And yeah, I haven't heard that anything's going worse. But yeah, I mean, Christina we never used to be sick or anything like that. And then like after we went to Texas, it's like everything kind of fell apart. Like, and I got like this, like, I mean, when I say that my neck and head and back and all that really hurt, it, like, I couldn't move without shooting pain. I've never, like, it was bad. And I was concerned that, like, I'm always concerned about strokes and stuff like that because I'm scared of everything. And I was just worried that something weird was going on with that. But I felt my neck start to do that a couple times since then. But I don't know. We've never had problems though. Like, we've never been like sickly until like this last year or so. My grandma said my pop visited her the night after he passed. My grandma wasn't a believer and stuff like that, but she was kind of shook up about that. We have stories, Mitzi Scott, from after. I think Pop Pop is what he wanted us to call him because Grandpa was like something for old guys. But my grandpa that passed away when I had just turned 3, he visited, and there were phone calls that happened after his passing, like at like really early in the morning, like I think 3 nights in a row. It sounded like it was at like a party or a bar or something, and somebody called asking for my grandpa. Like, where is he? Isn't he coming? Almost like there's a party over here, but like grandpa's staying back for a little bit, to be with like the fam before he moves on, and but everybody's asking like when's like where's my grandpa because he's supposed to be at this party, and so but my grandma didn't like. She was just like, he's not here, he's dead, like to the guy on the phone and stuff, and like the guy didn't seem like he was surprised or upset like by that, and my grandma would hang up on these people, and then they stopped calling, and when they stopped calling, like they didn't hear like my grandpa walking around and stuff like that in the house anymore. So he obviously made it to the party. There's also a story of somebody else in my family seeing my grandpa. Yeah. I later found out the man who lived in my apartment before passed away there. He apparently was still hanging around. Oh. That, like, I mean, like, if it's people that lived in my house before that are here, like, as long as they're nice, like, that's fine with me. If they want to stick around their house, as long as, like, we're cool with, like, each other. Like, my childhood home, my parents still live in the house that, after I was born and they took me home from the hospital, like that same house that I came home from the hospital when I was born, that's the same house that my parents still live in. And I just know like I'd want to be welcome to stay there if like, I wouldn't want somebody kicking me out of that house. So that'd be cool if somebody wanted to hang around here. From the crawl space. What do you mean from the crawl space that I crawled into? I do have a story from the crawl space, but that is between me and Christina for now. And can't remember if we told Chris. Let's see. What did I get any more words when I wasn't looking? No, we just got 2 words so far. Bored. So I hope that means wood board because that's how it's spelled. But who knows? And sent. Like they sent a message. I just had a bunch of viewers drop. I don't know. You guys want to stop watching me talk about this? Am I boring people now? I'm having a good time. I'm just relaxing now. But it's been 2 hours. Maybe we'll give it another. We'll give it 5 minutes to see if anybody wants to make a cat ball go off. My cloud lights have started flickering. Your neck got hurt in the crawl space. Oh, no. I think that it was a combination of, well, it was like 100 or something degree day when this first started, and I think I was dehydrated, and I was doing really, like, strenuous yard work and stuff, and I think I just pulled something, and, like, the fact that I was, like, dehydrated and stuff like that, I think it was just, like, a combination of a whole bunch of stuff working against my muscles. I think that, and also, I have really bad posture, and I'd already talked to my doctor about that. Like, 'cause I got the little hump thing that makes me look, like, funny. And, like, I've been trying to work on it. I have. But I think it's a combination between my posture. Oh, yeah, 'cause I had just uploaded, it was either the alligator video or the hurricane video. There was a video I stayed up really late doing, so it must have been the hurricane one. The hurricane in California, or the tropical storm in California video. I had stayed up pretty late, and I was like hovering over my computer, and then when I got up I did a bunch of yard work that like really involved me like leaning over and pulling stuff. It was just really warm and I was dehydrated. I think all that just but it was my posture, I think, when I was doing that video. But I was like, I gotta get this video done. I was like, the tropical storm's gonna be over and nobody will care. So I think it was this combination. The crawl space went. Did it not go physically the crawl space was. It wasn't that it wasn't for being a crawl space that has like no room to even like sit to turn around. Like I couldn't like kind of even sit a little to turn around. Like you had to turn around like on your stomach to like turn and stuff. It was like that's how like small it was of a crawl space. It actually though wasn't that terrible. Except for the holes that totally looked like snakes lived in them, and I put plastic over them because I had to like hang out there for a couple hours hovering over these holes. And I started thinking way too much about what lived in the holes. And so I tried to put some plastic stuff over them. But that's only like, I mean, it wasn't that, I mean, for what I was doing and for what the crawl space was like, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't, I mean, I think I'm just clouded with the fact that, like, I did it for Amber and Larry. And so, and I'd do it again if I had to. But, I mean, so it wasn't that bad if it was to, like, get answers or try to, like, at least look for answers. Am I going to be doing any work with Mr. Steve in the near future? Has he mentioned anything on his channel yet about that? I plead the fifth on this for now. I'll get back to you guys. But, I still only have 2 words. Usually more come out. That's fine. Maybe, like, the spirits are just saving all the energy to just throw the cat balls at me. No, I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now with any plans for anything. There's been a lot of weird hiccups lately and some stuff. And so I have no idea. There's somebody who is not Steve that I plan on not working. Make. I got Make. There's somebody who's not Steve or Chris, who I plan on never working with again on anything because of just a whole stupid situation and then how rude they were about their mistakes. Someday I will tell you about that. I can't tell you about that right now. But there's always a workaround for everything. That was probably really cryptic. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Which is the reason that I shouldn't have gotten. It's not a big deal, and I didn't do anything wrong. Di knows what I'm talking about. Maybe. No, you don't. Not this one. Christina does. Christina knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think any. I mean, we had the cat ball go off a couple times though, right? So that was neat. And Chris is nice. So I look forward to working with Chris on things. I don't know. Don't take anything I said in any specific direction right now, because I was really confusing and cryptic because I can't say a lot of things about stuff. And so if you think I meant something about anybody, I I don't know how anything came out just now, so don't worry about it. I just don't know where things are going right now. And the only person I'm mad at is somebody that you guys don't know anything about. This person. And it didn't affect anything. I just can't believe how rude they were. To me. For no reason. Christina knows the story. And Di knows I was upset about something. Like, it's not even a big deal. It's just like, I can't believe how rude this person was to me. But, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on with anything right now. So, I have nothing good or bad to say about the future, because I have no idea. But I do I would like to work with Chris, because I haven't seen him in real life since, in almost a year. So that'd be fun. You actually heard something interesting, Becca? I believe it. Yeah, that sounded really cryptic and weird, but I don't know. The one situation really is bothering me, but you guys don't even know the people at all. And it's just like one of those things where I literally didn't do anything wrong and they were mean to me. So they wanted to burn a bridge for no reason. Local authorities here are working to turn the Stanley Hotel into a non-profit organization, a homeless shelter. Sam wants to drive out to see it before it changes. There's no way they're changing the Stanley Hotel into a homeless shelter. There's no way they're doing that. I don't believe it. And it's too far out. It's in Estes Park. I've been there. I didn't get to go inside because there was like a wedding and stuff, but I've been to the parking lot. And I don't remember it being anywhere that it would make sense to have a homeless shelter. Because it's by the Rocky Mountain National Park entrance, kind of. And that can't be true. You're gonna have to send me that, or this is said Met. I'm not yelling at you, Becca. I just would be very mad if that actually happened. That's why I just got so defensive. But I'll have to look that up because I don't want that to be true. And I just don't want that to be true. I love you. But yeah, don't take anything I said in any way about working with anybody on anything. It'd be nice to work with Chris because I haven't seen him in a while, and I just don't know what's going on like anything else yet. So yeah, nothing good or bad, just nothing. I just don't know nothing right now. Which in some cases is getting frustrating though. If you heard a hint of frustration, it's because I don't know what's going on this year. But that is not really anybody's specific fault. There, I think I saved myself. But, okay. Well, I think I'm going to go then, because I've been on for a little bit over 2 hours. And so, unless anybody has anything else to say, I'm going to turn this off, because I got 4 words. I got bored, sent, make, and met. And I don't know what to make of that. Well, the bored part I totally get. But and my candles went off a couple times. But okay. Well, yeah. So yep. Good night, Jocelyn and Becca and Sam and Max. But he should be sleeping by now, I think. And Di. And Vargas, I don't know if he's still around. Yeah, Mitzi Scott, Jocelyn. Dama already went away. I hope that he feels better after his terrible... His day wasn't terrible. His part of the day was probably great. It was her part of the day that was terrible. And Charles Hill was around. Copper Horse. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Junior Johnson was around, but he left. So, okay. Well, good night, everybody. Yep, good night, Di, and